Earlier this year, a parent of one of our mentoring students asked if we could talk to our boys about sex during one of our sessions. So after discussing this with our fellow mentors, we decided this will be an excellent opportunity to equip and prepare our young men in the area of relationships. So a few weeks ago, we had the conversation with our students at Mr. Hassan's house. As you might imagine, it was a little weird, awkward, and uncomfortable at times, but we got through it. And we wanted to provide a summary of the things we touched on and talked about. First, what is sex? Sex, or more specifically, heterosexual intercourse, as defined by Webster, is the act of the male sex organ, the penis, entering or penetrating the female sex organ, the vagina. That is the technical definition. Whereas it is defined as the male sex organ entering the female sex organ, we describe it as the ultimate connection between two people. More than holding hands, a hug, a touch, or a kiss. When you have sex with someone, you are giving them all of you, unclothed, uncovered, and unashamed. That is why we describe it as the ultimate connection between two people. Now, this activity has a high probability for both pleasure and promise, as well as problems and pitfalls. On the pleasure side, people tend to engage in sex or this ultimate connection activity for a number of reasons. They really like someone or are attracted to them. They're really curious about the act and what happens and how it makes you feel. Or they are really charged and think this will relieve them in some way. Those are just some of the reasons. On the other hand, the ramifications for this ultimate connection activity can be biological, resulting in the birth of a child, psychological, deep attachment or depression can sometimes come out of this, chemical, diseases or infections can be transmitted sexually, or possibly even spiritually, such as a soul tie, keeping you connected to a person long after you've committed the act. Because of the high probability for pleasure and promise, as well as problems and pitfalls that come with sex, many belief systems and schools of thoughts urge you to wait until you are in a committed married relationship for engaging. And I totally get that. The goal of our time today is to get you to think before getting involved in sexual intercourse. If you feel inclined to engage in this ultimate connection activity with another person, take a moment to think. T-H-I-N-K. So let's start with letter T. Talk to a person you trust for advice. I recommend an older and/or wiser person that has already walked this path, who can tell you about the good and the bad in a way that you can receive it. This can be your father, your mother, a trusted family member, mentor, or friend. You can even email me. That's my email address. Your questions, concerns, or situations that you're facing. And I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. Letter H is have a strong purpose before participating. Trying to make the other person happy, or because you are horny, is not a good reason 9 months or 9 days later you are dealing with some of the negative ramifications. Letter I, investigate if this is the right partner. When this is over, is this person going to play me, pretend like they don't know me, or put my business out there? Also ask yourself this: can I see myself parenting this person for the next 18 to 30 years? That is a possibility. Letter N is to note potential problems that could happen. Am I really ready for the chemical, spiritual, psychological, and biological blowback that can come with breaking them off a little something, something. And letter K, keep preparation ready for your protection. In the event your urges or emotion override your intellect, you should be prepared with birth control, condoms, and/or contraceptives to help guard against pregnancy and possible diseases and infections that are transmitted sexually. Again, sex is the ultimate connection activity between two people that has a high probability for pleasure and promise, as well as problems and pitfalls. Understand what you are getting involved in, and before engaging in this activity, take time to think. THINK. T, talk to a person you trust for advice. H, have a strong purpose before participating. I, investigate if this is the right partner. N, note potential problems that could happen. K, keep preparation ready for your protection. I am Dwayne Porter, and I hope this man up moment has been meaningful.